PML family, welcome back to another episode of Gold Rush, your favorite series. And this week we are on a bye. So, unfortunately, no gameplay, none of that. We get to regroup after another tough loss, after a combination of tough losses. And as you can see, Trent Williams is asking right now, Coach, what are we going to do this week? Are we going to rest or are we going to go ahead and prepare for week 11? So we're going to rest them because our morale is so low right now from the recent losses that I would like to get that morale boost for the whole team. So since I'm going to rest them, we're going to get +2 injury for the entire team, and we're going to get +3 morale for the entire team. So that's going to be really good. We're trying to get the morale back because, as you know, as the morale goes down, the performance on the field goes down as well. So we're going to focus on getting that back up to normal. So, those wide open throws and stuff like that, Jimmy Garoppolo's not missing. But we're going to look into our contracts. We still have to sign Kaiser White, as you can see there. He's ready to negotiate. We're thinking about maybe signing a few other guys, but the thing is with re-signs compared to free agency, if it's a guy that you think you could let go to free agency, you could sign him for a lot less than you would if you would re-sign him. In PML, if it's a guy with speed, you definitely don't want him to go to free agency because he is going to be a guy that everybody's going to go after. Kaiser White, we're going to increase that salary a little bit because he wanted more salary, and thankfully we're able to re-sign him. So we got Kaiser White wrapped up. So we got our front seven pretty much wrapped up. I see DJ Jones there who wants a contract, but he's not even in our starting lineup, so we're not really worried about him. But our front seven with Nick Bosa, Justice Reed, then you got Eric Armstead and Javon Kinlaw. That's going to be our front four. And then we got our three linebackers and Kaiser White, Fred Warner, and then Dre Greenlaw. Those guys are going to be wrapped up. So our front seven is going to be wrapped up for at least another year. So we're happy about that. Now we're going to look into our future game plan. And we know the Tennessee Titans love to pound the rock with Derrick Henry, especially inside zones, that power running game. He likes to run it down your throat, and that's something we're gonna worry about. As you can see, for a defense, we are going with man blitz. It says pass defense, but I feel like it'd be better in the run defense, and we're going with the man blitz because we want the when you go to like a run stuffing defensive game plan, I don't really see the positives when you compared to when you go to a pass defense type of thing, like cover 2 zone, cover 2 man, cover 4. You get some when you pick that certain play. You get some advantage a little bit. Not a advantage, but you get a little boost from your defensive backs, from your defensive linemen, and all that. So I don't really see that when you pick a run defense. That's why I'm going with a man blitz here, because when I know I pick that man blitz to hopefully stop the run, I'm gonna get a little bit of boost to my defensive backs and their man coverage and stuff like that. And when I use that man blitz, it's not gonna really it's really gonna help out moving forward. And as you can see with the offense, we're going with a run-heavy offense. Time to focus on that a little more and keep the ball out of the hands of Jimmy Garoppolo and in the hands of Ty Chandler. And hopefully we get something here with the running game. Ty Chandler is going to get a little bit of a boost. He gets a change of direction, so that's nice. And I think, no, he didn't get acceleration, but he did get change of direction, which is really nice. And he got awareness. Awareness is just going to boost up the overall. It's not really going to help me on the field because he's going to be my running back usering. Then we get we're pretty much getting an upgrade for most of our running backs. As you see, Bo Scarborough, who we took recently to add to the backfield, more of a power back that we're gonna use in the goal line formations and stuff like that. He got a little upgrade. We got an upgrade for one of our backup linebackers. And as you can see, we're going to get an upgrade for Raheem Mostert, which means he is back in the lineup for us. As you can see here, he's going to get an acceleration +1, so that's going to be nice. And I think he got a +1 for change of direction too, which is real nice. So he's back in the lineup, and we're going to set up our lineup. We're going to have Ty Chandler still be the regular single back in I form back when it comes to normal sets. And then we're going to have Bo Scarborough be our power back, and then we're going to have Raheem Mostert be our third down back. So we are going to run a lot out of the shotgun, and we're going to run a lot out of regular single back and I form, weak eye, and stuff like that. So I think we're going to have a good mix of Raheem Mostert and Ty Chandler throughout the game, depending on what kind of formation we're in. I'll have no problem running out of the gun, especially with Mostert back there. And then Bo Scarborough might get a look or two. We might in game switch that up, put Raheem Mostert in as the power back, and then on occasion put Bo Scarborough in when we want to run up the middle or we want to run with some power. We're going to take a look at his team. So, week 11, we got the Tennessee Titans. And we're going to look at the future and see exactly what we're dealing with. As you can see, is Aaron Rodgers, who he got in a big trade. So he's got that, and then he's also got Derrick Henry in the backfield. So not only do you have to worry about Derrick Henry and giving him running lanes, he's also got Aaron Rodgers, who could tear us apart. He doesn't have a lot of weapons when it comes to the wide receivers, as you'll see in a second. But you look at Derrick Henry, he's such a beast. I mean, you take a look at all his attributes. He's got speed, he's got power, he's got everything you need. And even his juke move was high 80s, so there's no holes when it comes to Derrick Henry, hence why he's a 99 overall. And then you take a look at his wide receivers. He's got A.J. Brown, Corey Davis. Khalif Raymond is the guy you really have to watch out for. He is his home run hitter, and knowing the Titans user in Bubba, he likes to throw downfield. He likes to hit home runs. So Khalif Raymond we have to keep an eye on throughout the whole game. And then we got A.J. Brown and Corey Davis. And when we look at the stats, we'll see exactly who he likes to go to the most. But he has some weapons. It's not the worst, weapons when it comes to wide receiver tight end. As you can see, he's got Jonnu Smith, not the greatest run blocker, but very good in open field, good speed type of tight end. Definitely can get over the top on us, so we got to watch that. Then his offensive line is really solid. As you can see, he has Taylor Lewan, he has Roger Saffold. As you can see, Taylor Lewan, his pass block is solid, and his run block, they're pretty much the same. So he's all-around type of left tackle. And then you take a look at Saffold. He's got really good run blocking. So I could see him running heavy to that left side just based on what we've seen so far. And then he's got Ben Jones, who's solid in his own right. Then Nate Davis, this is where the offensive line falls off a little bit. Nate Davis is a little weaker. And then Isaiah Wilson on that right tackle is weak. So we could expect him to run to the left side and avoid that right side. So maybe we stack that left side a little bit, bring our linebackers over there, and just leave Nick Bosa on an island on that right side and really focus on that left side. We take a look at his defensive ends. They're more of a 3-4 defense. So as you can see, his defensive ends are going to be more block shed, as well as his defensive tackle actually wasn't high block shed. So his defensive ends have pretty good block shed. His defensive tackle does not. And as you can see on the outside linebacker, he has Davian Clowney on one side, and then his middle linebackers, he's going to go with Patrick Osweiler and Javon Brown. Both solid guys, and then he has Harold Landry to round it off. So he's definitely going to run that 3-4 with Harold Landry on one side, and then Jadeveon Clowney on the other. And then you take a look at his cornerbacks. He's got a lot of speed at corner. He's got Adoree Jackson, Vincent Jr., Kenny Vincent Jr., and then he's got Jay Davis. I forgot exactly who that was, but he's got a lot of speed. Kendall Fulton is not really going to see the field. Christian Fulton is probably not going to see the field much unless he comes out in nickel situations. Then he's got Kevin Byard, really good safety, hard-hitting safety, can come up and play the run, but also has a good zone coverage. So he's got a really good defensive backfield. I mean, this whole team thus far is really, really solid. Andre Cisco is the safety that he likes to use her, so we got to keep an eye out of where he is on the field because this is mostly the guy he's going to use her when it comes to his defense. Then he's got Joey Sly, nothing to really talk about when it comes to kick return, kicker, and punter. We're going to take a look at what he's got in the special sets, like the third down running back, obviously, is going to be Derrick Henry. Also, the power running back is going to be Derrick Henry. You know he's going to use Derrick Henry the most. Then he's got Khalif Raymond in the slot. I was actually a little surprised. I thought he liked Khalif Raymond on the outside, but he's got him in the slot, so which means is we're going to have to watch those teams up the middle, especially with him. And then in the sub packages, he keeps the two linebackers together, and then his slot corner is Adoree Jackson. So some things to take away from there. Definitely got to watch for Khalif Raymond in the slot, and then we definitely got to key in on Derrick Henry. As you can see, he already has 160 touches and over 1,000 yards, and he has 12 touchdowns. Then you take a look at his receiving core, and he spreads the ball around, and this is really something we did not want to see. He has multiple guys with over 25 plus receptions. So he's spreading the ball around, so it's not going to be easy to key on one guy. He's going to throw it all over the field. Then you take a look at his defense. Got to stay away from Javon Brown and Kenny Vincent. Kevin Vincent, is that what it is? Got to look again. It doesn't really matter. Let's just move on. But we got to key on those guys. If we're running the ball, we definitely don't want to run to the side with the slot corner, and we definitely don't want to run right at Javon Brown. As you can see, he's leading the team in tackles. Then you take a look at his interceptions. He's got Kushnok, but Kushish, I don't even know how to pronounce that. He's got that safety who has the most interceptions, but I think he might be injured because I didn't see him on a depth chart, so he's probably out for a little bit. So we're gonna jump into his team's abilities. So you take a look at Aaron Rodgers. He's got Gambler, Dashing Deadeye, Pass Lead Elite, Roaming Deadeye, and Gunslinger. He's got a ton of abilities. Gambler, when he hits the zone, he's going to be able to throw short passes without really worrying about the computer picking him off. He's got a lot of Gunslinger type abilities. When he gets outside the pocket, it's going to be tough. Then you take a look at Adoree Jackson, universal coverage, so he gets a boost on his man and zone. Then he's got unfakeable and mid route KO. So medium routes, if he's covering it, he's gonna have a higher chance of knocking those out. Then you take a look at Derrick Henry, freight train. He's gonna break more tackles, arm bar. So his stiff arm is gonna be tough, but he doesn't really stiff arm from what I noticed. Then you take a look at Jayon Brown. He's got run stuffer, mid zone KO, and then closer. So towards the second half, it's gonna be easier for him to get into the zone. Then you take a look at his tight end. He's not high enough overall for his second ability, but he's got short out elite. So those short routes running towards the outside are going to be good for him. Taylor Lewan, he's got puller elite, and then he's got natural talent. So puller elite, when he gets to the outside, he's going to have better blocking. Kevin Beard, he has pick artist, and then he has deep zone KO. So pick artist, when he gets a pick, he's going to have better returns. So it's definitely somebody we want to avoid along with Adoree Jackson. But that's pretty much going to do it for this week. We don't have much for you just based on the fact that we are in a bye. So we just broke down what we're going to see from the Titans. Really uneasy looking at his offense and how much he spreads the ball around. We have to look for Khalif Raymond over the top, but he gives the ball to everybody. Jonnu Smith, A.J. Brown, Corey Davis, it doesn't matter. He's spreading that ball around. So it's going to be tough to stop defensively, but hopefully we can. And hopefully we could get better production from our offense and Jimmy Garoppolo moving forward. But that's going to do it for this video. If you like, please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. My name is Nefarious, and I am out of here.